The Ottoman Empire and their impact of Ottoman arts and architecture on Europe. The Ottoman Empire, which lasted for over 600 years, was a mighty force in politics, art, and culture. With its significant expansion into Europe in the 15th and 16th centuries, it greatly influenced the development of arts and architecture across the continent. Under rulers like Sultan Mehmed the Conqueror and Suleiman the Magnificent, the Ottoman influence became evident in many European cities under their control, bringing with them new architectural and artistic styles that shaped a long history of mutual influence. In 1453, with the conquest of Constantinople, the Ottoman Empire began to extend its influence into Europe. Under Sultan Mehmed the Conqueror, Ottoman territories expanded to include the Balkans, Greece, Hungary, and regions around the Black Sea. The Ottomans brought with them architectural and artistic techniques, such as the construction of grand mosques, castles, and fortresses. These rulers established a new architectural style that influenced Europeans, particularly in regions like the Balkans, which were notably impacted by Ottoman tools and decorations. The reign of Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent is considered one of the most flourishing periods of the Ottoman Empire in terms of art and architecture. During his rule, many iconic architectural landmarks were constructed, such as the Süleymaniye Mosque in Istanbul, which became a symbol of Ottoman style. He also established schools, libraries, and hospitals, offering significant support to Ottoman court artists. This architectural style spread to regions under Ottoman control in Europe, such as the Balkans, Serbia, and Hungary, where European architecture was influenced by the Ottoman style. Many Balkan countries were influenced by Ottoman power, where the Ottomans introduced new architectural styles focusing on the use of minarets, domes, and Islamic decorations. One of the most prominent examples of this is the Gazi Huzrev Beg Mosque in Sarajevo, which became a symbol of Ottoman mosques in the Balkans. The Ottomans also contributed to the development of water networks and public baths, which influenced the way European cities were built at the time. These architectural styles remained a fundamental part of Balkan architecture even after the Ottoman rule ended. The Ottomans were renowned for their intricate and elaborate decorations in carpets, textiles, and ceramics, which they brought to Europe. In the 16th century, luxurious Ottoman carpets became a symbol of wealth and social status among the European elite. Europeans, particularly in France and England, began purchasing Ottoman carpets to decorate their palaces. These carpets influenced textile design and decorative arts in several European countries, such as the Netherlands, which saw a growth in the carpet-making industry. In Italy and France, many European nobles began constructing consular and diplomatic buildings with Ottoman influences. For instance, in Venice, which was under Ottoman control at various points, Gothic architecture in the city was influenced by Ottoman elements such as arches and stained glass windows. In Paris, some royal palaces started showing Ottoman architectural details. These styles were transferred through the movement of trade ambassadors and diplomats between the Ottomans and European nations. Despite the ongoing conflicts between the Ottomans and the Austrian Empire, the Ottomans left a cultural and artistic influence in the cities they reached. In Austria, Ottoman civil architecture and fortresses were greatly influenced by designs brought by the Ottomans. A common architectural feature between Austria and the Ottomans was the use of red bricks, deep domes, and stone columns. Ottoman decoration also evolved in some Austrian churches during the 17th and 18th centuries. The Ottomans formed a significant trade link between Europe and the East, helping to exchange arts and techniques. During the 16th century, European markets were filled with Ottoman carpets and other artistic goods, such as decorated fabrics and colorful ceramics. This allowed European aristocratic classes to enjoy Ottoman arts, contributing to the prosperity of trade between the Ottoman Empire and countries like the Netherlands and France, where noble palaces were decorated with them. In the 19th century, the influence of the Ottoman Empire on Europe began to decline after a series of military defeats and conflicts. However, their impact on arts and architecture persisted even after the collapse of the Ottoman Empire in the early 20th century. Many cities that were under Ottoman rule retained numerous buildings and landmarks that combined Ottoman, Italian, and Byzantine styles, adding cultural and architectural diversity to Europe after the end of Ottoman dominance. The Ottoman Empire was not just a political and military force, but also a significant source of artistic and architectural creativity that influenced many European nations. Through Ottoman expansion in the Balkans and Eastern Europe, Ottoman architecture and arts formed the cornerstone of many cultural landmarks in Europe, with their impact persisting through the ages.